Few brands are as instantly recognizable as Aston Martin, and there are many reasons why. And that's partially because of James Bond films, the great looks, and the great cars that they put out. And this 2014 Aston Martin V8 Vantage S is no different. If I had two words to describe this car, it would be iconic and beautiful. So today, let's dive into this 2014 Vantage S and see why it's so great. If you were to buy one of these new in 2014, this would have run you about $130,000 to $150,000. Well, it actually gets you a lot of car. For that price, you get a 4.7 liter V8 producing 430 horsepower and 361 pound-feet of torque. And all that power is sent to the rear wheels. It's paired with a 7-speed automatic transmission that uses paddle shifters. And this drivetrain allows for some pretty cool performance numbers. Its 0 to 60 time is 4.5 seconds and its top speed is 189 miles an hour, while the base Vantage has a top speed of 180 miles an hour. According to a lot of owners, these aren't too bad on reliability. They're pretty dependable cars, so you don't have to worry too much about ever being left stranded. So now that we know the drivetrain is fantastic, what about the design? Well, actually, there's one really interesting thing about this car, and that is it was designed by Henrik Fisker. Yes, the guy who created the Fisker Karma. He designed it in 2005, and the design carried through 2014, and that's because it is so timeless. Just like many other Aston Martins, this design is timeless. Just look at the headlights and how well they flow into the grille, creating this nice, sleek look. And that sleek look continues onto the hood, where there are two vents that are not too intrusive, but are definitely noticeable. Two more vents are located on the side of the car and are tied in with a nice carbon fiber piece. The roofline is elegant and flows so nicely into the rear ducktail spoiler, where then you'll find some of my favorite taillights of all time. Complementing this car are the side mirrors, which look really nice. With those side mirrors, there are two door handles, which are hidden. Finishing up the design and tying the car together are these rims. They are 19-inch black Aston Martin rims, and they really do complement the car well. But that's enough about the drivetrain and the exterior design. Let's see what's inside. Before we actually get inside the car, I gotta show you how to get inside this car because it's actually more interesting than you think. Look at these doors when they open. That's right, they slant upwards a little bit, and that's a little cool thing that not everyone knows about the Aston Martins. Sitting inside an Aston Martin V8 Vantage is something everyone should experience because this is awesome. The interior has clean, sporty styling with luxury elements thrown in. I would definitely say it's more on the sporty side than the luxury side, but don't worry, you do have elements in here that definitely look luxurious. In fact, this interior being about 7 years old, it doesn't look 7 years old. It doesn't look brand new, yet it still looks really good. One of the cool things is how you start this car. The key is located in the center of the dashboard. You insert your key inside and then push and hold down to start it. Speaking about starting this car, let's listen to the exhaust note right now. It's seriously one of the best sounding cars out there. I mean, listen to that. Another interesting thing is the transmission. Look next to the engine start button, and there are buttons to switch between reverse, neutral, and drive. And there's also a sport option. Below all that, you have your climate controls and radio controls. And speaking of the radio, the infotainment is something I need to comment on. If you're looking for some fantastic infotainment system, this isn't where I would look. However, it's not bad. It's got navigation, it's got your basic stuff. However, it's not got Apple CarPlay or anything like that. However, I will say this system is nothing I would complain about. I would love to have this system in a car. And it's in this one, and it works perfectly. Other things about this car is it's a two-seater. It does not have back seats. It does have a shelf for storage back there, but you're not going to store much. And this car has the world's tiniest sun visors. I swear, I don't think you can find another car with smaller sun visors than this car. But it's not like you need it. It's such a low roof line that anything bigger would be too intrusive. But this car does come with power seats and seat memory. And while that's cool, you also got some storage in here. You do have a center console. While it's not that big, it's good enough for some small items. And then you do have a glove box, but it's really only big enough for the manual. Speaking of storage, the trunk situation is pretty okay. It's not huge, but it will fit larger items. However, I don't know about golf clubs. The trunk situation in this car is rather interesting. It's more of a hatch rather than a traditional trunk. Last thing I want to mention about this interior is the steering wheel. It looks a little small, but that's not a problem. Its design is good, it just looks a little small. Maybe it's just how it flows with the interior, but I like it still. And so, that was the Aston Martin V8 Vantage S, a fantastic sports car that no one should pass up on. If you have $80,000, I would certainly go and pick one of these up. Its design is great, its performance is great, and there is pretty much nothing weighing this car down. If you are interested in getting a V8 Vantage S, this one is available for $80,000 here at Carrick's Autos. Link in description. But I can't recommend this car enough, and thank you for watching. If you're interested in buying the car in today's video, go check it out in the link in the description below. It's available here at Carrick's Autos in Plano, Texas. They also have a wide variety of lots of different cars. Everything from Porsches to classic Mustangs to whatever you need. So go check it out in the link below.